He picked up a machine gun and stormed into the barracks, then aimed it straight at his fellow soldiers. But instead of being afraid, they mocked him, laughing at his cowardice. One of them even grabbed the barrel with his hand, slapped him across the face, and told him to get the hell out. They were so arrogant because they were certain the fat guy they had bullied for years would never dare to shoot. And just like they thought, he didn't pull the trigger. Clutching the gun nervously, he backed out of the room. But when they returned to their seats, they found a grenade lying at their feet. And then the explosion tore through the room, turning the mocking soldiers into bloody pieces. 900 days of humiliation and abuse had pushed the fat guy over the edge. He had made up his mind to kill every single one of those who had bullied and humiliated him. Soon enough, a soldier who stepped out to see what was going on. The fat guy gunned him down instantly. Then he began opening each dorm room one by one, firing at the sleeping soldiers inside. He unleashed all the rage he had buried for so long. Anyone who had ever picked on him was shot dead without mercy. At that moment, he had only one goal in his mind: find the squad leader, the one who hurt him the most. In the neighboring rooms, soldiers who heard the gunfire were curled up in fear, trying to figure out what was happening. A few of them opened the door only to see the fat guy standing outside with his gun. They were stunned. They couldn't believe it. The coward had become a monster. With a cold voice, he asked, "Is the squad leader in this room?" Everyone frantically shook their heads, and at that, he pulled the trigger again. After killing all who had tormented him, he headed to the restroom, the only place he hadn't checked. He was sure the squad leader was hiding there. He carefully searched each stall, and when he opened the last one, the squad leader suddenly lunged out and tackled him to the ground. The fat guy quickly grabbed his gun and shot the squad leader in the leg. As he stood over the man who had tormented him for years, he was burning with hatred. The squad leader, now terrified, he pleaded for a second chance, but the fat guy showed no mercy. He pulled the trigger only to find the gun was out of bullets. So he lifted the stock and began beating the squad leader with it again and again. 900 days of pain and humiliation were finally being released. He kept going until the squad leader stopped moving. Just then, the special forces arrived, but the fat guy didn't resist. He raised his hands and surrendered. He had no regrets about what he'd done, because he wanted to send a message. This is what happens when you bully the quiet ones. In the end, he was sentenced to death and paid the price for his actions under the law.